We went to the USA cabinet store to meet Mayuki.
Hi, my name is Miyuki. I'm a designer at USA Cabinet Store, and I want to show you the Edwards project. It is a kitchen that we did for a homeowner in Broadlands, Virginia.
Initially started doing some research on repainting our cabinets because they were kind of crackling and the color had changed, so really wasn't liking the way the cabinets appeared anymore. And then decided maybe we would get a quote on resurfacing, getting new cabinet faces, and started to look into making some other physical changes at the same time. And as those estimates came in, they really started to creep up, and I was talking with a friend about it and really second guessing that that wouldn't work for us in the long run, and that eventually would just be something that would need to be replaced. And she had suggested that I reach out to Mayuki because a friend of hers had just recently done her kitchen with USA Cabinet Store. So on a Saturday, my husband and I decided to walk in and see if Mayuki was there, and were able to meet her and share with her just some of the things we didn't like about our current kitchen. The flow of it was really hard. We were tripping over each other. We have big dogs. We have older children. My husband's 6'1". So we just felt like we were kind of constantly tripping over each other and had very little counter space to be prepping for meals. And also my daughter is a vegetarian, and she was always trying to make her own meals. Conveniently or inconveniently at the same time, I was trying to make a family meal, and it was just getting increasingly harder to work in the kitchen together.
In this neighborhood, there's several homes with the same kitchen layout. In fact, I've been fortunate enough to do several of the same layout for different homeowners. Kim came to me, basically she brought me photos of her existing kitchen with big X's on it about I want this peninsula gone, it is blocking the flow, and she wanted a big island that her family, she's got 3 teenagers and herself and her husband, and they wanted to be able to all gather around the island. So there were some flow things that they wanted to address, as well as improve the functionality. Some of the things that we did to be able to improve the flow and also make it more aesthetically beautiful is, the first thing I noticed in the old kitchen is that as soon as you walk in, there was a huge big stainless steel refrigerator here, and then it was also, the counter space was also cut short with a big wall oven right behind me on the other side. So you had this kind of small counter space in this big kitchen, and so it just wasn't enough for everybody to kind of work in. And they also had a bar area here, and there was a wall that kind of divided the kitchen from the bar area. And it just kind of made it seem a little bit dark and kind of underutilized there. And I think they needed a bar less than maybe some additional counter space and space to spread out for multiple people in the kitchen. So one of the first things we did was knock down that wall. And my favorite thing here is just wrapping the white cabinets around that corner.
When she put the design up on her computer screen, I was speechless because I really didn't think that that could be our kitchen. And she had really listened to everything that I had said about the workflow and things that I thought that weren't working well for us. And the fact that I really wanted all 5 of us to be able to sit at an island. We had an island and a peninsula, but neither of them had the ability to have bar stools. Didn't make a lot of sense to me. So she had designed this amazing space and fell in love immediately with the Cambria backsplash that she had put in. And even though it was a splurge, it was something that we felt was really worth it, and probably is one of the things I love the most about the kitchen, and also the ease for cleaning. There's no like grout or little separate tiles or anything to clean. It's all just one swipe. And they did a beautiful job on the installation and matching up all the veins and everything in the slabs.
Kim came to me asking specifically for a blue kitchen. So I was really excited because at the time Fabuwood, one of our most popular brands, had just come out with a blue cabinet. And so previously I had to do blue in custom cabinets, which is going to cost a lot more, and the lead time, and just adds to the complexity of the project. So I was excited to use Fabuwood just because they're amazing quality at a really good price. And I feel like we're able to do some customization with Fabuwood, and so really we can get some amazing, like, versatile looks with it, without having to go custom. Also, this kitchen is kind of in the center of the house, so it doesn't get a lot of natural light. So I thought it was important to bring in the white in the uppers. And the previous kitchen was very traditional, and it had a lot of like staggering heights and stuff, which is, very interesting if it's, done well. But in this case, I felt like it was kind of chopping down the height of their tall ceilings and kind of making it feel a little bit choppy. So what we did was we just made it nice and clean and straight across, a little bit more modern, and then made sure we took the crown molding and stacked it up to the ceiling just to accentuate the height of this beautiful space that they have. For countertops, I originally just put a nice affordable white quartz from MSI here, and I gave the homeowner a couple of options because I'm always hesitant. I want to give you a beautiful, beautiful design, but at the same time, I don't want to be the one, busting your budget. So for appliances in this kitchen, we didn't really emphasize like getting, super expensive appliances. I don't think it's really necessary in many cases, but we did focus on kind of minimizing the look of appliances. Put the microwave in the base and put the refrigerator off to the side, and then instead of replacing the double wall oven, we just did a combination oven that kind of did everything without really kind of standing out. And what we were able to do instead was put a beautiful big statement hood in the middle. So for this kitchen, because they did splurge on getting this beautiful backsplash lighting, under cabinet lighting was so important to make sure we highlight the background. And so we did do under cabinet lighting. We have some beautiful walnut shelves that Fabuwood recently came out with, and they accented really nicely with the flooring. But anytime you have like a floating shelf or something like that, you really want to make sure that there is lighting over each shelf. So otherwise you're going to get like this little dark shadow. Again, I think my favorite thing about this kitchen is really just this wraparound corner that we did on the uppers and the base. And then so we also put some deco doors on the side so that it kind of like kind of hides, or you can't really tell exactly where one cabinet starts and where the other ends. So I think it's just a beautiful transition, and honestly it made this kitchen go from looking very small and cramped to it just looks enormous now.
I think probably our favorite thing. We really love coffee, so we wanted to just keep this little area as a coffee bar, which has been really convenient, and the peninsula being gone has created so much more space for the dogs who are running around here and all the teenagers. They were able to take a big group photo there at the holiday time when everyone was home visiting. One of the other things that we splurged on was the mixer lift, because I have a giant professional mixer that I didn't want to leave on the counter, but it's also too heavy to take in and out. So we were able to do that, and was fortunate enough to even be able to get an outlet into that space so that the mixer just stays plugged in, and I lift it up and I'm able to do my work right there with it and tuck it away. Working with Mayuki was just such a joy. She really did listen to everything that we wanted or needed in our new space, and gave us some great ideas and suggestions as well. Overall, it's just been such a great investment, and we've had already so many wonderful family events and gatherings in the kitchen in the short amount of time that we've had it. So we know we made the right decision, and would recommend USA Cabinet Store all the way.